Starting.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Scott. So we're good to go. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Video unavailable.
We're streaming. We're good. Meeting is now streaming live.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It's really wonderful to see you out in Cyberland. I'm really glad you're here. And I wanted to tell you about a story about the people of Chelm. The people of Chelm love the moon. When the moon shone brightly, the people, their houses were lit up, children could play all night, lovers looked into each other's eyes. But when the moon was gone, everything was dark. Dogs and cats were fighting. Everybody was angry and grumpy. So finally, the town leaders met to talk about the situation. "We can't have this," said one. "We have to get the light back." "But how?" asked another. "We have to get the light of the moon back. We have to capture the moon. That way, we'll always have its light." The townspeople agreed. So they talked and talked. How are they going to capture the moon? Finally, Shmuley the tailor said, "I've got an idea." One day when I was eating soup, I looked into my soup bowl and I saw a reflection and I saw the moon. The moon was right there in the soup. So maybe, just maybe, if we make a huge bowl of soup, we wait till night, we can capture the moon. And the townspeople agreed that's what they were going to do. So over the next week, the townspeople built the largest bowl you've ever seen. And when the bowl was done, that day, they kept on dumping soup in: chicken soup, tomato soup, alphabet soup, corn chowder, not clam chowder because they were kosher, but fish chowder and all kinds of other chowders. Finally, the soup bowl was all full. They waited to night. They saw the moon rose and they saw the moon in the bowl of soup. Quickly, they slammed down the lid and they started to rejoice. "We did it! We caught the moon!" And everybody was singing and dancing and happy all night long. The next day, everyone was still happy. But that night, they came and they looked up in the sky and they saw the moon was there. They said, "How could it be?" So they checked the lid. The lid was still there, airtight. So they went around and they talked and they said, "Somebody must have opened the lid and let the moon out. But who would do such a thing?" So they talked to every single person in the town. They asked man, women, child. They tried to interrogate the dogs, but the dogs really didn't talk much. But they figured the dogs didn't do it anyway. Finally, at long last, they went to ask the rabbi. They knocked on the rabbi's door. She answered. He said, "Rabbi, what were you doing yesterday?" She said, "Why?" And they said, "The moon is missing. Did you let out the moon?" And the rabbi said, "Yes, it was me." "Why would you do such a thing?" The town people asked. "Why?" And the rabbi looked at them and said, "There are things to enjoy while we have them. They're ours to hold and to have, like a shoe or a shirt. And there are other things," the rabbi said, "of things of far, far greater value that we only enjoy when we share them." Do you know what I mean? Like love, one of the townspeople piped up. "Love, yes." Like hugs? Hugs, yes. And joy, yes. And the moon, Yankel the tailor said. And the rabbi said, "Yes, the moon as well. Only when we share the moon's light can we really enjoy it." And the townspeople said, "But what about now, when our dark nights and there's no moon to cheer us up?" And the rabbi said, "Well, that's life sometimes. Life is dark and life is gloomy. But when life is dark and gloomy, we can get together and we can tell stories and we can talk and hold and love each other and we can bring in a little joy. And of course, we can always eat soup. This week, our community has lost the light. We've lost our light and we're in a period of darkness. And that is life sometimes. And it's very hard. But what we can do is we can be together and we can tell stories and we can sit and eat soup. So welcome everybody. There's a tradition in Judaism. Shabbat, the Friday night service is broken up into two parts. The first part, Kabbalat Shabbat, is a joyous, legally it takes place during the week. And what you do is you sing and you dance and you sing these wonderful, joyous psalms, and you get yourself ready for the coming of Shabbat. And after Kabbalat Shabbat is over, that service is over, you go into Mari, the evening service. And the tradition is the week after a loved one dies during the Shiva period, Shiva means 7 days of mourning, we don't attend Kabbalat Shabbat. Even though we suspend our mourning for Shabbat, the joy and the happiness of Kabbalat Shabbat is really not something we can fully participate in. So this week, our whole community is in mourning. And because of that, we're going to start on page 22, I think it is, page 22. And I'm going to welcome everybody into the service with the words, Hamakom Yenechem Etchem, B'toch Sha'ar Avlei Tzion V'Yerushalayim. May the godliness of life comfort you with all the mourners of Zion, Jerusalem, and all humanity. Amen. Let's continue on page 24 with the Psalm 93. I see my background's going a little wonky here, so I'm just going to turn it off. You noticed that before. Please bear with me. Welcome to my apartment. So we're going to continue with Psalm 93, which is a really a beautiful psalm. Religion has a lot of metaphors for God. One of the most common ones is God dwelling in Shemayim, sitting on this gilded throne, surrounded by a serene blue sky, an all-powerful being placed above the rakia, above the firmament, looking down upon humanity. And Psalm 93 has this very different metaphor. It's really surprising, and I don't see it a lot. God isn't up in the heavens. God is down on earth, surrounded in the middle of waters. God's throne isn't amidst this serene blue sky. Rather, it's in the middle of this roaring oceans and roaring rivers and breaking oceans. And in the Bible, water is a symbol of life. Psalm 93 is telling us that God's great power isn't only found detached from the earth, above the firmament, in quiet surroundings. Divine power is also found here on earth, in the middle of life, in the middle of the roaring waves and terrifying seas. Psalm 93 tells us that it's possible to find God everywhere. Answer continues on page 24.
Mikolot maim rabim adirim mishpereyam adir bamarom Adonai edotecha nemu meod levetcha nahava kodesh Adonai leorech yamim.
Turn now to page 25, to the mourner's Kaddish. We have all suffered a loss this week. Please raise in body or spirit to say the mourner's Kaddish as you are able on page 25. Yitkadal, v'yitkadash, shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach, v'yirutei, v'yamlich machutei, v'chayachon, v'yamechon, v'chayei, d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'olam ulamei almaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit ramam v'yit naseh. Vayit Hadar, Vayit Ale, Vayit Halal, Shemei Dukudisha, Birchu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, Amen. Let's continue with the Baruch Hu on page 28.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai. Yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Ma'avir yom u'mevi laila, mavdil ben yom u'ben laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Hamani v'aravi.
Continue with Havat Olam on page 30.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael amcha ahavta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta Ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbeinu v'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו מאורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Page 31.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavcha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Please continue reading the Shema individually on pages 32 through 34.
והיה אם שמעת ומדתם אותם מפניכם לדבר ויאמר אדוני למשה לאמור למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
All this is true.
אדוני אלוהיכם, amen. You're good.
Thank you. It's the first time we are leading together, so the separate places. On page 36, all this is true and certain and established among us, for you are Adonai our God. There is none beside you, and we are your Israel, your people. You have redeemed us from the hand of slavery, embracing us and redeeming us from tyranny. Moses, Miriam, and the Jewish people sang this song with great joy, reciting the following. Page 37, let's continue with the Micha Mocha on page 37.
This is a different melody than we're used to doing. I rediscovered it. It's by a composer named Lipson, and it's quite beautiful and quite soothing. So I hope you like it. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot, osef ele, Nora tehilot, osef ele. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei hayam, lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, zeili, zeili, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. V'nemar kifada Adonai et Yaakov, Ugehalo miyad chazak mimenu baruch ata Adonai Yisrael.
We continue on page 40 with the Shamru.
I got a text that I was being too quiet, so I just wanted to know if I being louder if it helped. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום ואתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו, ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים. We continue with Vishamru on page 40. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת, לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש.
Page 41, Chatzi Kaddish. Thank you, Cantor, for such a beautiful, beautiful song. Really, really pretty.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. בעלמא דברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחיי ובחיי דכו בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב לימדו.
Amen.
יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה יתברך וישתבח, יתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא לימדו. Amen.
One of the purposes of prayers is to turn our thoughts to gratitude, to thank God for all the goodness in our life. Now is the time for the Amida. Please say the words on the page or think about all the things that you are thankful for this week. The smaller the thing is, the better. We rise for the silent Amida on pages 43 to 56.
Ihiu leratzon imrei fi vehegion libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri vegoali Ose shalom shalom bimromav Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen ve'al kol Yisrael amen.
Thank you, Kenner, for such a beautiful, beautiful song. Can't say that enough.
Rabbi Zeri, I had a question. Did you want to do the Me'ain Sheva on page 57? I think we said we played by ear. Should I do
Well, what do your ears say? We did. What do your ears say? Do we want to do that?
I think my ears say yes. I think we should.
Then we are listen to Cantor's ears. Definitely. Let's do Me'ain Sheva.
Me'ain Sheva begins on 57. And I know Rabbi Kaplan had really enjoyed doing this over the last few weeks. So it gives me, I don't know, comfort to do it again and again and again and again.
And that's what we'll do.
So we'll begin on the top of page 57. Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam Vayechal Elohim b'yom hashvi'i melachto asher asa Vayishpot b'yom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa Vayivarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i Vayekadesh oto Ki bo Shabbat mikol melachto Asher bara Elohim lasot Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ahel Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Koneh Shamayim V'Haaretz Magen Avot Bidvaro Mechaye Metim B'Ma'amaro Ha'el HaKadosh She'ein Kamohu Hameniach Le'amo B'yom Shabbat Kodsho Kivam Ratza Lehaniach Lahem Kivam Ratza Lehaniach Lahem Lefanov Navod V'hirav Afachad V'nodeh Lishmo B'chol Yom Tamid Me'on HaBrachot HaHodahot Adon Adon HaShalom Mekadesh HaShabbat Umbarech Shevi Umeniach Bikdusha Le'am Medush Neoneg Zecher Lema'aseh Bereshit. The Creator of peace makes Shabbat special. God blesses this seventh day, giving us joy and reminding us of creation. And I offer that we think now and tomorrow, and we take the Shabbat to think about, yes, what we have lost, but even more so, what we gain and how we live. with what we've gained from Rabbi Kaplan.
Amen.
Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu, Retzeh v'nuchatenu, Kadshenu b'mitzvotecha, V'tein chelkenu b'toratecha, Zabeinu mituvecha, V'samchenu b'shuatecha, V'taher libeinu, Le'ovdecha be'emet, Ve'hanchilenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Ve'ahava v'ratzon, Shabbat kodshecha, V'yanuchu v'Yisrael, B'kadeshei shemecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. Continue on page 60 with Kaddish Shalem.
Yitkadav yitkadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Ve'alma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei defol Beit Yisrael. Bagalav v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehesh
Rabba Mevarach, Ve'alma Yitbarach.
Yitbarach, Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Vitbar, Vitram Avina Seve, Yitatar, Vitala, Vital, Shmed Kutsha.
Brichu.
Leila, Minko, Virchata, Vishirota, Tushbechata, Venachamata, Damiran, Vilma, Vimru.
Amen.
Titkabal, Soton, Bahute, Hondecho Israel, Kodam Abu Hondi, Vishmaya, Vimru.
Amen.
Yehesh Lamaraba Min Shemaya, Vechaim, Aleinu, Vilko Israel, Vehimeru.
Amen.
Oh, say shalom bimromav, uyaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshmei tevel, vimru.
Amen.
Maybe we'll learn to sing together on Zoom. We'll see if it ever syncs up. Okay.
I'm an amen, or what can I say?
You're not Manor. You do it beautifully. You do it beautifully.
I like saying amen. Okay. Let's continue with saying the Misha Berach on page 62. Those of you at home, I invite you to say the names of your loved ones who need healing. We are mindful that we're all in a bit of a wounded space, and we're all in need of healing and comfort. So please say the names now. We continue with Misha Berach on page 62.
Misheberach avoteinu mekol habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. And let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekol habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
Amen. Let's continue with the Elenu on page 63.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon.
Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, latet gedula liotze breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. כך כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We continue with the Mourner's Kaddish. Remember, being mindful to remember those whose yard sites are being celebrated this week. This week in the Hebrew calendar, 28th of Sivan to the 4th of Tammuz. Edward Hammerman, husband of Arlene Giddles and brother of Stan Hammerman. Herman Glazer, father of Melvin Glazer. Samuel Bieber, brother of Belinda Richter. Yehuda Laufer, grandfather of Veronica Lang. Frida Blitt, mother of Anna Zimman. Pearl Barkin, mother of Freddie Brown. Philip Moskowitz, father of Les Moskowitz, grandfather of Michael Moskowitz. Richard Shachtman, husband of Ann Shachtman, father of Susan Silver. Frances Ross, aunt of Mitchell Ross. Maurice Isaac Uppeter, grandfather of Shari Finkelstein and Carla Stark. Patricia Cheek, mother of Howell Cheek. Alvin Farber, mother of Matthew Farber. Esther Westel, mother of Robert Westel. Eva, mother of Howard Zell, grandmother of Stephen Zell. Isaac Campbellis, grandfather of Boaz Cohen and Betsy Cohen. Jacob Grossbard, father of Esther Jaegerman, grandfather of Helen Locke. Thomas Techel, father of Robert Techel. Rachel Campbellis, grandmother of Betsy Cohen. Abraham Rappaport, father of Beth Hoffman. Bradford Cohen, father of Ronald Cohen and Randy Battenfield. Sylvia Mallon, mother of Judy Efron. And of course, we remember our beloved Rabbi Micah Kaplan, partner of Gabby, son of Murray and Tina, and Barry Kaplan, Canterbury Kaplan, Zichron Labracha, brother of Josh, Jeremiah, Jonah, and Job, father of Brianna, Julia, and Abby, who passed away on June 14th, 2020. Before we continue with the Mourner's Kaddish, I wanted to read these words of Harold Schulweis, Together Alone. No one knows my grief, treasures my private memory. I mourn alone. My grief is my own, of my flesh and bone. I mourn alone. But I mourn in the midst of my people, in the minion of mourning, with others who cry and remember their own loss, alone, together. An individual and community, present to each other, we are each other's comfort. Alone, together. We are each other's consolation. Alone, we are mortal. Together, immortal. A community does not die. The Kaddish requires community. The Kaddish must be answered. A Kaddish calls for a response. Together we say, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach. Please rise and embody your spirit for the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal Vayit Kadash Shmei Rabbah. V'alma V'yivra Chirutei V'yamlich Machutei. B'chayachon V'yomechon Uv'chayei B'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala Uv'izman Kari V'imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam U'Lamed Almaya. Yit Barach Veyish Tabach Veyit Pa'ar Veyit Romam Veyit Naseh Vayit Hadar, Vayit Ale, Vayit Halal, Shemei de Kudisha, Richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, Ta'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya, V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, Amen. May God grant peace to us, to all of Israel, and to the bereaved wherever they may be, and let us say, Amen. So we have some announcements. The last two, for those of you who can't see Cantor, you can only see one of us is talking, and Cantor is now doing a dance for the announcement. She's got like her hands going back and forth like this and making me laugh. Okay.
From camp.
Thank you for cheering me up, Cantor. Okay, so we're doing the, so our last two nights of Shiva for Rabbi Kaplan will be held on 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, led by Rabbi Nate Crane. It'll be wonderful for us to see him again. And Sunday evening, led by Cantor Ruth Berman Harris via Zoom and Facebook Live. If you know of any congregant who does not have access to view services online, please let us know so we can reach out to them. Also, our Jewish Shiva minions, when it's not in the middle of the biggest plague in 100 years, we go to a house, we sit, we eat coffee and bagels, and we talk. And even though the Shiva minions have been amazing, if you haven't been watching them, please watch them. They've been absolutely incredible, being led and videos and tributes. It's just unbelievable. And we are working on ways to kind of make you a virtual table and bagel and schmear and talk and have everybody individually talk and share our soup and our stories to get the grief out and to bond together as a community. So check our website, and a lot of these programs will be coming up shortly. Okay, so that's about it for next week. There's not going to be adult ed, just because there's been a lot of to make room for the Shiva minions. So now we can. So now we continue on page 67 with Kiddush Leil Shabbat.
I just want to say something personal. I can't follow the chat on all my devices are against me. I can't follow the chat on YouTube. I thought that I wouldn't be able to open my mouth and sing tonight. And I have had such incredible support from Rabbi Sussman, from our leadership, but really from our congregants, from all of you reaching out. Believe me, even if I haven't responded, I have received it. And from strength to strength, I get strength from you, you get strength from me, and together we walk, and together we'll find our way through. So thank you for being my community, and thank you for letting me be part of yours. And
Can I piggyback on what you said?
Sure, but I think yes, please piggyback. And
real quick, and then we'll
food. Yeah.
real quick, and then we'll, everybody's saying how terrible 2020 is, and there's certainly a lot of terrible things that happened, but 2020 was also the year that I came to this community, and this week has certainly taught me how wonderful you are. Like Cantor, you've given me so much support, the other staff, the board, and just an outpouring from the congregants. It's just been amazing and incredible, and I'm overwhelmed by you.
Thank you, Zeri. Rabbi Sussman, I'm sorry.
You can call me Zeri, it's fine.
I have, you can't see it, it's a Kiddush cup. And so we raise our Kiddush cup on page 67 for our Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו. ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו. זיכרון למעשה בראשית. כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש. זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Amen. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you back tomorrow morning. Great service, lots of really talented Torah readers, so please come by. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shalom. Hey.
Shabbat shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat shalom umevorach.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat